and your health. I just don't see how we can do it if you behave this willfully. I just don't see it. You are hopeless. I am deeply disappointed.
I'm truly sorry, Mom.
No, you will be truly sorry when I'm finished with you and hand you over to your prefect and your house teacher for punishment. You are a selfish and thoughtless young girl, and you will learn what price you have to pay for disobedience. What is worse than all the before-mentioned things is that you then went to an outsider in London and told him a lot of rubbish about problems you think we have at the school. As if we did not have enough problems with a missing teacher and these radical woman haters who would love to close it down because they think we're doing unnatural things by teaching women to think. Apparently, we have not been successful with you. You don't think, you act, and then you leave the thinking to us.
Mom,
Do be quiet. You don't know in the least what you've done. Miss Beckenham, take her away to your house and decide on a punishment. But it must be a hard one, so that she learns never to do it again.
She's not removed from the school?
No, not yet. Fortunately, nothing happened to her. She will learn.
All right, Mom. Come.
Mr. Holmes.
Miss Riggs, nice that you have the time.
Well, I mustn't I? You are here, called in by a foolish girl. Now I must deal with you as best as possible.
You are quite outspoken.
I am too old for niceties that mean nothing, Mr. Holmes. What book have you got there?
Your book. I read it on the train and I was impressed.
Thank you, but you are easily impressed.
Not at all.
A book for blue stockings, as most men nowadays still say. You see, when I came here to be the new headmistress, this was a conventional college. I mean, it was one of the first residential schools for girls, which was an achievement at that time. But I'm ambitious and I've always wanted more. Pinpoint, pianoforte, a little French singing and dancing just isn't enough for the woman of today who wants to contribute to the development of civilization. I wanted a more academic education, at least for those who are interested. What is your opinion on women's rights to education?
Here to discuss emancipation politics, Miss Riggs.
But I hope you do have an opinion.
Of course I do. I believe in individualism. If there are women who are interested in more than pinpoint and pianoforte, then they should get the opportunity to follow those interests. The fact that I have not yet met a woman of that kind need not signify anything.
True. I've been told by Lady Anne that you want to investigate into the disappearance of Lady Margaret.
Lady Anne is worried.
We all are, but things are under control.
Are they? I heard that also a teacher is missing. Why wasn't the police called in?
The Duke of Holdernesse, Lady Margaret's father, objected to an official investigation. He made private investigations and asked us not to call in the police. We bowed to his wishes. It would be hard to call the police in order to look for Dr. Wagner without telling them about Lady Margaret as well. So you see...
You don't want any publicity.
Why, you need publicity.
Not at all.
We read about you and your detections on the newspapers regularly. You are famous, and you enjoy it.
I am successful. That is what I enjoy, because I can make a contribution to justice.
Like a knight in shining armor on a horse charging against the dragon.
I am neither a knight, nor do I have a shining armor, and I hope you will not prove a dragon. Will you allow me to investigate?
I shall have to inform the Duke of Holdernesse.
I'm already looking forward to meeting him.
I am a very busy woman.
That is only to be expected of a headmistress.
Your companion already walks around the school making
Dr.
everybody nervous.
Watson is absolutely discreet. So am I.
Well, I guess we could do with a little help by an experienced consultant of the London police force, as you are called. You may look around and investigate, but only if you do it discreetly. Miss Beckenham is the house teacher in charge of Lady Margaret. She will assist you as best as she can. She's also an experienced chemistry teacher. I heard you studied chemistry yourself.
I did, and I'm still doing experiments every now and then.
Mr. Holmes, this is a difficult situation. And there's no time for small talk. Lady Margaret is a good girl and she's been missing for 3 days. This is not good.
Of course not. And this is why I am here. What can you tell me about the teacher?
Dr. Wagner has worked here for 2 years. Very good teacher, very reliable, very serious-minded. Didn't talk much, didn't mingle with others, went biking and walking a lot. His bicycle's missing.
Indeed, and he went missing the same morning as the girl?
I know what you mean, but there's no connection, I think. She went away fully dressed and he went away without a jacket or socks. It is hard to understand.
May I see the rooms?
Miss Beckenham will show you everything.
May I interview the girls of the house?
Mr. Holmes, it is hard to have a discreet investigation when you go around asking virtually everybody questions.
The big question, Miss Riggs, is what is more important to you? Saving the life of an innocent child or the reputation of this house?
Don't be ridiculous. Of course the life of the child is more important. But unless many of your clients, I'm not totally impressed by you and your methods. If you do not find the girl alive, your reputation will soon be repaired. But ours will be ruined forever. Pray keep that in mind, Mr. Holmes. You may interview the girls, but only in the presence of a teacher.
That is all I wish for.
Dr. Watson?
Mrs. Norton, I presume.
No cross-dressing and no costumes nowadays. Tell me, where is Mr. Holmes?
In with Mrs. Miss Riggs, trying to find more about this strange case of disappearance.
It is indeed strange. But it's not the only strange thing. The appearances are stranger than the disappearances, if you ask me.
What do you mean?
I'm not quite sure myself. But there has been a considerable change of staff over the last year. New French and dancing teacher, new lacrosse teacher. Those two stick together like glue, and they don't socialize with the rest of the staff. Very unusual.
And Dr. Wagner?
He was already here when I took up this position. He kept apart too, but he kept apart from everyone. I only spoke 2 or 3 times with him in the last year, and rather more to practice my German than because I took a real interest.
What can you tell me about the missing girl?
Maggie, very sweet, polite, well-educated, speaks French fluently and sings like an angel. Hope to God nothing's happened to her.
We must always hope. Miss Norton, tell me, do these people here know about...
My past. They know everything that everyone could read in the newspapers.
So they don't know...
Of course not. I promised never to say a word about it. Surely Mr. Holmes would not blurt it out. Would you?
No. No, of course not.
Tell me, has he spoken about me?
Holmes? Hardly. No, nearly never. Only...
Yes?
It seems he's softer on women since he's met you. He used to make jokes about women and their intelligence. But the experience has changed him. Well, not much, but a little bit. He never mentions your name.
Doesn't he?
But I know when he talks about you, he uses the expression, the woman.
Oh my God. How did he take it that he wasn't successful?
Oh, he was a good sport. He just asked the king for your photograph.
Indeed.
Mrs. Norton.
Mr. Holmes, nice to see you again after all those years. You have hardly changed.
We have the admission to interview the girls of Lady Margaret's house and to have a look around hers and Dr. Wagner's room. I only need a teacher to go with me.
I'd be glad to take you and help you.
Thank you. The house teacher is a Miss...
Beckenham, very nice woman. But the girls in the house, however...
What about them?
The younger ones are okay and nice. but some of the older ones.
Be precise.
I have just told your friend that we have had 2 new teachers on the staff over the last year who are keeping apart from all the other ones. These teachers are teaching the older girls in the house, and these girls have changed under their influence. I can't really put my finger on it, but they have become tighter.
Tighter?
Less open, less friendly, less open. They meet secretly, they whisper and talk in corners, they don't answer when you ask them, they appear more arrogant. But they are doing extremely well academically.
The names?
The prefect, Lady Susan Barlow, then her friends and roommates, Lady Helen and Lady Agnes, very attractive young ladies who will probably be presented at court next spring. I don't doubt that they will receive many proposals from a lot of young lords and gentlemen who will sooner or later be in important positions.
We must act fast. There are still 1,000 details which I should desire to know before I can decide upon a course of action. And yet there is not a moment to lose. It seems to be a most dark and sinister business. We must divide our forces to have more impact.
What shall I do?
You will go and find the house teacher, Miss Beckenham. Together you will interview the prefect and her friends. Anything about Lady Margaret, Dr. Wagner, or any unusual goings on. If there's anybody who can get anything out of them, it is you. You will note down everything, of course, and you will ask my questions. Be my eyes and ears, my dear fellow. I myself will have a good look around the rooms of Lady Margaret and Dr. Wagner. I do not doubt that by now so many people have looked around those places that there's nearly nothing left to discover, but Watson, you know my methods. Nothing is unimportant. Mrs. Norton will be so kind as to come with me.
Very thankful for your help, Miss Beckenham.
I don't know what to say or think. On the one hand, this is so very unpleasant, even worrying, definitely annoying for the school, but on the other hand, it is quite exciting to be here and to help Dr. Watson, the partner of the celebrated Sherlock Holmes.
Well, I only assist him.
And now I assist you.
Well, as I always say, I try his methods every now and again, and sometimes they work very well. I'm not bad at detecting myself. He always calls it a science. But when you have all the evidence and all the facts, when you have put aside everything that cannot be true, then what remains
Must be the truth.
Yes? Tell me, Miss Beckenham, I've heard that there are a few new teachers around. Do you know them?
They do not like to talk with others. They are very strange. Miss Evans teaches French and dancing. Very beautifully done hair. Doesn't eat much. Talks even less. She's a bit extraordinary. She has lived in Paris.
So?
Well, I understand there are such women.
What women?
I've never heard of it in England. She dresses like a man.
Oh.
Yes, but she dances very well. You see, I love to dance. Do you by any chance dance?
Well, yes, I can waltz, and I've had a go at 1 or 2 country dances, but I'm not very good at it. I feel more at home on the battlefield and in the hospital. Right, continue.
Well, there was the school ball, which we hold every year, and I asked her if she was going to come. She just turned around and went away, as if I had made her an indecent offer.
What an impossible woman.
I also think that she's not really a lady. She has no proper manners. She puts the tea first in the cup and then the milk. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Very strange indeed. And the lacrosse teacher?
Miss Cullen. Very muscular and terribly strong. Loud and strict, but perfect at this brutal game. It was a game that was invented by North American natives. Did you know that?